UCC Section 3-305, a statute that determines when defenses survive, when claims matter, and when even a holder in due course cannot escape them. Today, we're breaking this entire statute down. Just because someone has the legal right to enforce an instrument does not automatically mean payment must occur without question. The law recognizes that some obligations were created under circumstances that deserve legal protection. If state law allows a minor to avoid certain contracts, that protection can also apply to negotiable instruments. If someone signed because of duress, lacked legal capacity, or the transaction was illegal under applicable law, then the obligation may be legally nullified, ensuring that enforceable obligations arise from lawful and voluntary agreements. One of the strongest defenses recognized under Section 3-305 is fraud. But not just any fraud. The statute specifically addresses situations where someone signs an instrument without knowing what it truly was, and without a reasonable opportunity to discover its essential terms. In other words, the signer was fundamentally deceived about the character of the document itself. If another body of law has legally discharged the obligation, the instrument generally cannot be enforced against that discharged obligor. Imagine paying for services that were never fully performed, or receiving defective goods tied directly to the instrument. If the claim arises from the same transaction, the obligor may use that claim to reduce what is owed. But against a later transferee, the claim generally serves only to reduce the amount due, not eliminate the obligation altogether. A holder in due course receives special protection under the law. They remain subject to the powerful, real defenses listed earlier, such as infancy, duress, fraud in the factum, illegality, and insolvency discharge. One person's defenses cannot be borrowed by someone else. An obligor usually cannot assert another individual's claim unless that person joins the lawsuit and personally asserts the claim. If the person seeking enforcement lacks holder in due course rights, and the obligor proves the instrument was lost or stolen, payment may not be required. Accommodation parties, those who sign to support another person's obligation, receive special consideration. They may assert many of the defenses that the accommodated party could have raised. However, certain personal defenses, such as infancy, lack of legal capacity, and discharge through insolvency proceedings, generally remain unavailable to the accommodation party. Sometimes, another law requires an instrument to include language preserving the consumer's claims and defenses against later holders. If that required notice is missing, Section 3-305 provides that the instrument is treated as though the notice were included. In effect, the omission does not erase protections that other consumer laws require. The UCC works alongside, not necessarily in place of, other applicable legal protections. Understanding this section means understanding that enforcement of an instrument is not determined by possession alone. The law also considers the nature of the obligation, the status of the holder, and the defenses recognized by law.